Hey out there. Well, I am probably not going to tell you something that is unknown to you, except a few maybe. This is Dallas downtown. This is Friday. This is Irving, Texas, with the Ukrainian support flags. Well, we know the situation over there is not too good. It is sad. I don't like war. I don't like it in any form or fashion. We should not run around killing each other in the quest for power and dominance. That's wrong. But unfortunately, we have let the Princess of Darkness run this planet into the ground for thousands of years now. Since the days of Noah, it's been going on. Before Noah, it was going on. And the train is howling out there. Always. Well, as you just learned today in my prior upload, Ukraine has never declared its own independence. And by not doing that, they have effectively made themselves still stewards of Russia. And Putin knows that, and he is utilizing that. Maybe Paul is right regarding that Russia is led by dark forces. Or maybe Russia is trying to protect itself against the New World Order, the Western world. And we are in a New World Order, whether you like it or not. Oh no, we're not there yet because the Antichrist is not there. Well, you're wrong. We have been in the New World Order pretty much since 2001. This whole world and everything going on since 2001 has been upside down. And everything that has been happening has always been a quest for limiting your liberties, period. Why? Because the New World Order wants everybody to think the same and feel the same. And we are actually seeing that happening. We are seeing this woke movement in companies like Coca-Cola, that Coca-Cola needs to be more black, where they forfeit later and say, oh, we also need white people's money because business was not going too well. You see, wokeness leads to crap. It leads to a dystopia. It leads to a mental demise of humans, period. You can take it or leave it, I don't care. And let me just assault and offend the liberals. There are many of you liberals out there that go to church every Sunday, right? You claim to be Christians, and yet you vote for Democrats. The Democrats are the largest sponsor for Planned Parenthood. And what is Planned Parenthood? That is to perform as many abortions as possible, especially on black people. Now, you're voting for a party that has that ideology to get rid of black people, like Bill Gates. He wants to get rid of the entire black race. Yeah, he does. He's an absolute racist. So I would say, just to make it absolutely clear to you, if you are a Christian and you're voting for the Democratic Party, anybody in the Democratic realm, you're a hypocrite. You're not a Christian by any means. Oh, why is she saying that? I just explained it to you. God do not condone abortions. God do not condone murder. But the Democratic Party does. And as you have heard in my show with Mike from Around the World regarding the weather and what's going on the planet, we learned a lot of things. And one of those things, or on many levels on those things, we are seeing this wokeness spreading like a cancer on the planet. I am telling you that the so-called trucker strike in Canada was planned ahead. I am telling you that installing President Trump, oh no, don't insult him, for crying out loud. Have you seen his 66th floor apartment in New York? All Freemason, meaning he's one of them. If you're a Freemason, you're not a man of God. And every time, as Mike has said, and I have said many times, when you mention the word God, who are you referring to? Have you ever heard any politician, any president mentioning the name Jesus Christ? No, you have not. Because that is not their God. My God is Jesus Christ, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. But they never mentions his name. Why? Because their God is Satan, the God of the Freemasons, the God of the Illuminati, God of the Economic Forum, World Economic Forum, the God of the UN. And to make matters worse, now people's minds are being formed by Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber and Kanye West, Kim Kardashian and Bette Midler and other dubious actresses and actors. We are to listen to their opinions. I don't give a rat's ass about your opinion because I already know you're living in a state that is communist. You're living in California, for crying out loud. And you keep voting for the same crap again and again and again and again. And that is why California is a hellhole. You don't learn from your mistakes. And those who are not learning from their history are doomed to repeat themselves. Sorry, I got a little Jägermeister today. So I might flip the words. I've had a very hard week. I freaking deserve a Jägermeister. None of your damn business. But one thing we also noticed, I don't know if you have, but I'm going to refresh you with it. And that is, we have seen all the BS that is taking place in the news conference room in the White House, where this redhead biatch, itch, is standing there and lying her teeth. But there are someone out there in the podium that is not listening to her lies and her deception and attacking her front off. And I remember she was saying that humans in America, pretty much humans on this planet, has no fundamental rights. Yes, we do. God gave us those rights to be free. The Constitution of America is based on absolute freedom. Leave me alone. Absolute freedom. The power is in the people, with the people, not the government. But you still believe, or you today believe, that the government know better than you. And if you seek deep down into your soul, if you really dare look into yourself, don't you see the writing on the wall? That the district of criminals in Washington, D.C. is step by step by step, by fear, and now by war, is putting into your minds that you're not free men and women and children, which you are. America is the only country with a constitution that gives you ultimate freedom. All other constitutions in every place on this planet, every single country, do not grant you freedom. The power is within the government to decide what is best for you, where America is the only place on the face of this planet who has the right to decide for themselves by the freedom of the people, we the people. And they are gradually mind controlling you to think that it's not so, when it is so, when it's fact, it is written in the Constitution, in the Bill of Rights. But we now see well, I got away from Trump. Trump was a ruse, in my opinion. You can agree and you can disagree. It's okay. I don't care. I really don't care. You have the right to believe that Trump was some kind of messiah for the Americans. Fine. I'm just telling you, you're deceived. What Trump was put in place to do is to test you and to find out who are the right-wing radicals, but to test you to see if you would accept a man as your liberator to set you free. President Trump could, for that matter, just be the Antichrist, which he is not, but he could have been, and you would have followed him to the very end, into your own demise. That is exactly what he did. He trumped over everyone on this planet. He made America, great again. Energy independent for the first time in 40 years. Made sure that North Korea, Iran, and Russia and China stayed where they were supposed to be. And you praised him for it. Fine. Jesus told you, trust no man, and see to you're not deceived. Trump was a testing ground or test probe to see what political viewpoint you have, but also to see if you would accept anybody who could make everything so nice. And you did. You just don't understand one thing. We are in a revelation, yes. We are in the end times, yes. But all of those things that is mentioned of real bad stuff has not yet happened. And yet, you falling to your knees and raising banners and driving down the road with Trump stickers and think that he's some kind of hero messiah. When in reality, he's one of them. And when I say them, I mean the evil ones. He, for crying out loud, signed the Noahide laws, meaning he ratified them under his presidency. And the Noahide laws takes us back to the days of Moses. That's not a place we want to be. We want to be in a place after Jesus Christ. That's where we want to be. We don't want to be before Christ. That's not a good place to be. That's freaking dark ages. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. That's not how we do things. This is not how we show love, just by killing on killing on killing. Just because someone offended you. You turn the other cheek too. You forgive all your enemies, because true Christians forgive their enemies and love their enemies. But they also keep their enemies close in order to expose them and in order to also, if needed, defend against the enemy. Because you are placed as a watchman on the wall, all of you and I, that when you see the enemy approaches, you blow the horn to warn your fellow brothers and sisters, so that anybody in the town, in the city, in the metropolitan, or where else, has ample warning, so that they have the ability to defend themselves, and also that the blood will not be on your hand. But if you don't blow the horn when you see danger arises, and your fellow brothers and sisters are falling dead by the attacking enemy, the blood will be on your hand, and you shall be judged by that. And that judgment is not going to be a good deal for you. It will not be heaven, people. It is your duty to blow the horn. And you should blow the horn without fear. Because if you are a believer, and if you are saved, death on this place is nothing. You're just going home. You're going to where you wish to be for eternity with our Lord, with your loved ones, and everybody else. No tears, no worries, no anxiety, but pure bliss forever. So again, you liberals, you go to church every Sunday and you vote for President Biden. That means you're not a Christian. That means you're a hypocrite. You are the seed of Satan. Don't come and tell me that you are a Christian and voting for the Democratic Party, or any liberal for that matter. Well, what does voting means? It don't mean jack crap, honestly. Because as Roosevelt said, Second World War, as quoted, he said that no president is elected, he is selected. You see, for thousands of years, the Freemasons has been around. They started out as kings, got exposed, then they became bankers, lawyers, and now they are returning to want to be kings of this world. And at some point in time, when the son of perdition has been chosen, which he already is, but when he comes on the scene, he would choose 10 to rule this world as the Hunger Games. 10 kings. And they would be absolutely supportive to this one world leader that they all call upon, which they all want, which they have always wanted for thousands of years. But we're now living in a time where we have all these electronic gadgets, all these tools out there, knowledge at the tip of a finger. You get me? They all know that. And they're utilizing that. No, pretty weird, you know. Where's my family? This is strange. What did I do with him? You have your cell phones, right? And you can just look this up and you can just look that up. But what are you looking up? Are you looking up the truth? Or are you looking up something they want you to believe is the truth? Some of you, and many of you, I believe, don't like David Icke too much. That's okay. I have my apprehension to him too. Because when he speaks, he always leaves out our Father in heaven. He never addresses that he is in control. But still, even though he is addressing what is going on, and he is bloody spot on with what is going on. If you go on my uncensored channel on Bryphion Warrior 68 and look at the upload regarding this agenda show with David Icke, you would realize that what I'm saying to you and what he's saying, these things I've been telling you since 2010. I've been warning you. I've been on that wall for so long. And the funny thing is, I never get tired. Never. I never have a moment where I'm saying, why am I doing this? Why are you wasting your time? Because I'm not wasting my time. As I've said for 10 years now, 12 years actually, 2022 now. I got on YouTube in 2009, and I was scooping around and learned some stuff, and then the oil spill happened, and I saw foul play at hand, and that was my rise to fame. I became infamous. I'm not proud of it, but at least it gave me a foothold to hold on and keep talking, even though that YouTube has been on my butt and I've lost 5 or 6 channels in all the time since, because they don't like what I have to say. Because YouTube is part of the problem, not the solution. They have chosen to be part of the problem, not the solution, which is very unfortunate. But this is the world we're living in, that if you are speaking the truth, you're being silenced. If you're speaking the lie, you promote it. Good is bad and bad is good. World upside down. But I've always had this philosophy, not my philosophy, actually what has been put on me by Father in heaven. Your job is to describe what's going on without wrapping anything in cotton and wool, telling it as it is, even if that makes you the Stephen King of YouTube or OG of YouTube, even if I have to scare the crap out of you in order to bring you to Christ. That is my task. That is what I do. That is what I've been put to do. That's where I'm at. So my job is to shake a lot of trees and have all the monkeys fall down and hit their head on the ground. And hopefully, some of you wake up and face the fact that we are living in a world of lies, wokeness, deception. That nothing that you see, what you hear, even looking at the sky, you're not even looking at the real picture. Everything is distorted. Everything is artificial. Everything is deception. Everything. Your job is to show discernment. Your job, or your quest, not job, but quest, that is to seek Christ. Have Him come into your life. Accept Him. Admit you are a sinner. Believe that He is our Savior. And call upon Him. And you shall be saved. You shall be saved from this ugly world that we are living in. Because this world is truly ugly. This world is not like when I grew up. I went to school, came home, did my homework, played soccer with my friends. I was actually playing soccer on high level. I was a prospect to become youth 17, meaning that I had an opportunity to join the national team or league in my home country if I was good enough. But you know what I said to that scout? I said, you know what? I love playing my sports. I love soccer so much. I played it every day. I yearned to go play soccer while I was in the class. I just wanted to get out there on the field and play soccer. It was everything to me playing soccer. I loved it. But I said, you know what? I'm not ready to leave my friends, to go somewhere where my only objective is to better myself in playing a game of soccer in order to make lots of money becoming a professional soccer. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go there. I like my life free, where I can do what I want and pursue what I wish to pursue. Because you can't do that if you sign a contract. There is only one thing, that is school and soccer. School and soccer. School and soccer. When you're done with school, it is full-time job as a soccer to become the best that you can possibly be. And that don't even mean that you cut it and become some star on the national team at all. It's a very fierce competition. It requires a lot of determination and a lot of discipline. And I have always been this type and spirit. I like my freedom. I like to choose for myself and not having someone choose for me. I don't like that. I'm free. I can do what I want. Leave me alone. But I still love soccer. I sit and watch soccer sequences on YouTube because I miss that game. I really love soccer. I just do. It's always been in my veins in some form or fashion. And bicycling too, Tour de France. Oh, I love it. And I did a lot of bicycling back in Denmark too. Lots. 60 miles one day, 100 miles the other day, and then back to 60 miles and then 100 miles every bloody day. I even had a job as a courier driving mail on my bicycle to various destinations, even to Sweden. I loved it. That's the kind of life I like to live. You know, be free. Just let life, live. And then I met my sweetheart. She got me over here. And she told me something I did not like. She did tell me, which I've told you before, she did tell me that we're living in the end days, and I know exactly what she said when she said that to me, and I was not happy. I was not happy at all. All of a sudden, for a while, for a whole year, I was afraid of my life. I was afraid to lose my life. Oh crap. Everything that I've worked so hard for, strived for, is now coming to an end. Wow. Wow, that's not bloody funny. And then I remembered when I heard it again that whoever seeks to save his life shall lose it, but whoever loses his life shall save it. And that's when my fear upon my wife's input completely vanished. So since 2010 and until this day, I have not had one single day where I have doubted, where I have been deceived, where I have had questions, had anxiety, fear. I'm not afraid. You know, sooner or later I am going to die. If it's not by New World Order, it's going to be by old age, starvation, pestilences, disease, whatever. But I do know one day I am going to die. One way or the other. There's no way around that. I am going to die in the flesh. So now, I'm not afraid. I don't hold any fears. I'm worried about my wife because she's not doing too well. I'm sorry about that. Really sorry about that. But it's just how things are in life. And I'm not doing too well either. I almost lost my commercial driver's license because of high blood pressure. That was a scary moment. Not that I was fearing, but this is the income, good income, and it would not be nice to lose that income. Might, close one door and God opens a new door and you step into another thing that you are going to do and prosper by. But that was not the case. I guess God still wants me to deliver to you your coffee, your diapers, your toilet paper, your engine oil, and whatnot you need. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm taking pride in that. And I'm making sure that when you go to the store, that you can get what you want when you go there with your list of things that you wish to buy that day. So yeah, I am contributing to the society of the United States. I am. I'm living the American dream. I'm driving down the road 65 miles an hour, completely fearless, full of thoughts, full of hopes, no fears. I know what's going on. I've seen it. And I know America, United States, you've been lying sweet in your beddings since the end of World War II. But that day is coming to an end. The day is coming where you have to fight for your survival. And it's coming soon. Sooner than you wish and hope for. So here to end this video, I just wish that you would admit that you are a sinner and you believe that Jesus Christ was sent here, his only begotten Son, and whoever shall believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. And I just wish you call upon him to come into your life and to save you. In order so be all of us on this platform, to the very least, and all the other ones who never been on this platform, one day in very near future is all going to meet in heaven, a multitude at once, and we will know We home. We are finally home. And I think this is how I think. Because I'm an outdoor person. I love being out. My thoughts when I get up there with God, with Jesus, with all the angels, with all of you, I just want to find Peter. And then I want to go fishing. But while I'm down here, my job is to be fishers of men. And that job, all of you out there listening to my voice right now, is yours too. It has not been ever more important as now for you to cast aside all your indifferences and become fishers of men. We need as many as we can possibly get on that hook to go home and be with us forever and forever and forever. That's all I have to say. So don't listen to men out there. Don't listen to those politicians, media outlets. There is one media outlet I would like to promote because they are bloody blunt. They are just describing it cut and dry, what's going on. And that is a channel called Vion, Wion. It's an Indian channel. And I must say, from my life experience and to what they're saying, they're spilling the beans, or they're at least showing you the facts of what's really going on. It's not CBS, it's not NBC, MSNBC, whatever, ABC, CBS, whatever. All these bought and sold TV news outlets, propaganda machines. They have a completely different view on stuff. And I think you're going to like it. You should try it out. It might help you a little by reflecting on what many on YouTube have said over the years, including me, and to what's really going on right now. We are in the final stages. There is not much time left. The chessboard is being rearranged and is being set up for checkmate for humanity. The question is, which one are you betting on? Are you betting on Christ? Are you betting on the world? Meaning yourself and your self-service. That will determine your final destination. Choose wisely. God bless you.